we're open to partnerships in that regard for sure. But one thing we do know is the DAO model has to be progressively created. So in the beginning, we're centralized. We have a Genesis team called Genesis Partners. And in the beginning, we're the ones to build the tech and to set the framework, but we progressively decentralize. So we aim to cede all of our authority to the community members as the community grows and as a platform grows. So right now we have a high degree of control over the ecosystem and responsibility to make sure it's good. But that is going to be a downslope as there is a parallel upslope of hosts joining the community, learning about it, and making their own decisions.
They just finished doing that at Shapeshift, didn't they? Like they started with a properly centralized model and then they moved into full DAO, somewhat to detach themselves from possible bad regulation that could hurt them. But it really goes against the mainstream capitalist mind, right? The concept that you CEO or you founder or you whatever title you want to put up on yourself, that you would just drop the company and stop basically making money in order to make it basically a public good, right? Because if you go full DAO, if your platform is fully decentralized, then you're a public good. You might as well be a highway that people can use, like, and just go over it. So I don't know. Do you face that kind of criticism whenever you're trying to look for funding or something like that?
Yeah. So surprisingly, not so much. But I would say that building a decentralized ecosystem and building a sharing economy is going to give you better capitalistic outcomes than doing it the old way. Each time that we've had industrial revolutions or new technologies come out, the new stuff beat the old stuff. It's just a rule. And so at this point, what I'm thinking is, personally, I want to make money. And
how dare you?
Right? Would I be in Dtravel working so hard if there was no possibility for me to make money, or if all the work I do essentially goes to a zero for me at the end? No way.
Oh.
So that applies not only to me, a member of the Genesis team, but to all of you who might be hosting and booking on Dtravel in the future, because all of you want to be able to benefit from being part of the ecosystem. So one example I have is if I'm one of the holders of the NFT, which there will be a very limited supply of the VIP membership, then I'll be able to hold on and get great benefits and great access, but hold on long enough that as the platform grows, as more and more benefits are added to the VIP membership, as more and more significant people are holders of the NFT membership, as this thing becomes more and more valuable, I'm just going to keep holding, and one day maybe I'll be able to sell it for a lot of money. We know how much NFTs go for. If you're talking about booking and hosting, then one great thing is in Dtravel, for all parties involved, there are less fees, there's less friction. But in the long run, as a host, I'm gonna try to live in a world where the tokens I hold in order to host properties are worth more and more. Just like if you ask old school taxi drivers, do you wish your medallion was worth more or less? They'd be like, yeah, I wish it was worth more, which necessitates the question of how is it worth more? Well, there's demand for taxi services. There's a limited supply of taxis. A lot of people want rides. The taxi company might be a dominant provider in that geography.
I'm sorry, for those of us that are sitting in Argentina or Sri Lanka, what is a taxi medallion?
Oh, it's just a little symbol of your right to be a taxi driver, and It's very expensive usually.
Are those usually limited? Is there just a fixed number of taxi medallions?
Very much so, very limited. And there's been scandals with Uber, for example, when the sharing economy took the rideshare market by storm, and then all these medallions became, pretty devalued and or worthless.
All right. So, I mean, that has been the case for a lot of things. But with that kind of model, apply to? I mean, I'm sure you're gonna tell me it does apply because you're doing it. But how does it apply when when you want like ideally have an unlimited number of houses in there?
What do
Or
you
am I
mean?
looking at it in the wrong way? Yeah, if you want to have like an unlimited number of houses listed in your platform, I mean, doing NFTs that are limited, that sort of like defeats the whole purpose, doesn't it? Or am I
Oh,
just looking
I
at it the
see.
wrong way?
No. So home sharing necessitates that as a host, you hold TRVL tokens,
Right.
but the VIP membership is separate. The VIP membership
Mm.
is denoted by NFTs, limited NFTs that are purchased by specific numbers of people.
Okay. And what are the benefits that come from Floyd Mayweather buying his VIP membership?
Sure. Well,
Look that we're moving to more manly celebrities now.
yeah, totally. Oh, Mayweather's a good celebrity. Absolutely. Actually, when I was thinking about celebrity second homes and experiences, Mayweather was my top choice. Mayweather or McGregor, but I think McGregor is a bit more controversial.
He's
Yeah,
more
as
of
a
a
fighter.
hostile guy, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm in McGregor's house and I do something wrong or I break something by accident.
Mm.
Who knows what happens to me?